Bryant, the lone receiver left. Romo. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And another reception by Jason Witten. All reliable for Tony Romo. You know what they say, partner. Once you get your first 1,000 catches, it's all gravy after that.
Yeah, one of two tight ends. He and Tony Gonzalez in the 1,000-catch club in the tight end department. Now Tony Romo on first down. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be a Dallas first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
On second down, here's Romo. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Keeps it on the sneak. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go.
Here's Romo now on second down. Williams loses the football, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And a look at the defense now. Off the play fake to Lacy. Here's Rodgers. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe go back and forth after that play. Getting this.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. And out now come the Cowboys. And they got across across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And this one caught by Des Bryant. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
And there you go, Tony Romo to Des Bryant. That often serves as an electrical charge for their offense.
And a warning to the defense, beware.
Yeah, that's the first one of the day. You have to figure there are plenty more to come.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first down throw, Romo. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the red zone now, Romo. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got a decision to make here on 4th down and 2. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Elliott. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. They go play action for Lacy. Now Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
That's complete to Kyle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And Cook has it, left side. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That coach is always hype on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
26 yards on the pickup there. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal.
A really nice read by the offense. They caught the defense not covering the middle of the field, went to the post route, and found the receiver wide open for a nice gain.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. 5 yards to go for the offense. 1st down and goal from that 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Eddie Lacy's build is one for goal line running. I know he's got a little more wiggle and shake than you expect, but this is what you count on, isn't it? Hand him the ball here and let him run over some people.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal to go now. Lacy will try again. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb from 8 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse it.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations.
And Romo not liking something. He'll turn and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. To throw on 2nd down is Romo. Backing up, going up top. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Morgan Burnett. this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. James Starks, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 78 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
And that'll make it 13-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Abeldaris running over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It gets it over the middle of Cobb. And he's brought down after a good gain. 26 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Green Bay first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A play fake to start. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing now is Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. No gain, and it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They go play action for Lacey. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Randall Cobb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Rodgers again here on second and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Eddie Lacy, 26 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
On the toss, here's Lacy. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now it's Romo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And by the way, we should probably give a congratulations to the Minnesota Vikings just opening a new stadium, U.S. Bank Stadium, and they christened it with a 3-point victory.
And it was so great to look up and see all the old Vikings at the game and the fans enjoying it. That was fantastic. But how about Sam Bradford? The big move, the big trade, his first start, and it pays off in a huge way. He and Stephon Diggs have already made a big-time connection.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing on 3rd down. Romo got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Romo going right side. He has Witten. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll be first down, Cowboys. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. One man on the backfield, Elliott. On first down, it's Romo. It's Williams on the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that leads to a Dallas first down. From the red zone now, Romo eluding the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On second down, here's Romo over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They come out here in the I, and they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run for it. McFadden shreds the tackle. Darren McFadden cannot get in. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That goes for a gain of 31. And quickly, they get to the line. Good throw, good catch, and the post route successful for the offense.
Really difficult on the defender. He got moved out of the middle of the field and tried to scramble.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This week, we've got teams who went in opposite directions last week. So for the call of this Week 13 matchup, let's bring in our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Today, two AFC teams set to do battle as we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Here's Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Taylor. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Rashad Perryman is just gifted athletically, and I know we got a scare back in, what was it, June? We thought maybe a second knee injury, might miss a second year. But he came back, and he came back strong.
You played with his dad, didn't you?
Yeah, I played against his dad in college, and he turned out to be a heck of an NFL player. But Rashad, he's got a chance to really be special.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
He may have had some offseason foot surgery, but that hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the... And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go!
There's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And here are the defensive starters, and their coordinator is hoping that they have short-term memories from last week.
A very tough week indeed, Brandon. All they want to do now is be solid right out of the gate. No big plays given up early.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Going deep for his tight end, Clay. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And his first look is incomplete. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
Second down following the incompletion. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Stephon Gilmore gets better and better every year, continues to excel in pass coverage.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. On play action, it's Carr. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain of 13 and also a first down. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that 2nd-year jump out of Walford. It'll go as a gain of 10 there, and the Raiders are going to have a first down.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Play action. Now it's Carr. His throw caught at about the 5. A very solid gain of 27. And a really good gain there on the post route. Partner, how do you know to go to that pass?
When you're running the ball effectively and the safety likes to dive up there to try and help tackle, that's when you want to hit him over the top of the post in the area he vacates.
Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, it's Taylor. Now they go screen. It's complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing again, it's Taylor. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Another pistol look here. Taylor now to throw on third down. And got him in. It's Woods. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. On first and 10, it's Taylor. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it's first down, Buffalo.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it second down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Gillisley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Mike Gillislee, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On first down, Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Over the middle, it's Holmes. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. In the completion, nice throw, nice catch, but Charles, big thanks goes to the men up front.
They allowed the quarterback to throw out of the rocking chair, so to speak. Plenty of time to survey the field and find an open man.
They go play action here on first down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Raiders a first down.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
They come out here in the eye. And the offense in a great spot. It's first and goal from the 3. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. From the 3 now, here they come on third and goal. Third and goal now. The defense looking to hold serve again. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Out is Janikowski now for the Raider field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
This is Gillisley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because, for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To throw, it's Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
We got three, fellas. Here we go, baby, alert. Kill. Turn up. Kill, turn up.
Here we go, we're going to rally.
Check.
Zebra. We ready, baby, alert.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's got time in the pocket. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. We ready?
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. So now a 1st and 20.
Got his left. Four down.
Here we go. Zebra. Baby, alert.
Check.
Carr to throw again. It's caught by OBJ. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
We ready? Hey, we're going to rally.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Janikowski now for the point after. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, Taylor. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Cut back to the left. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Oakland after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Going deep for his tight end, Clay. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Charles Clay with an acrobatic catch. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. And it's good to make it 15-14, 1-point game. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. On first down, Carr. A dump underneath to Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. On play action, now Carr. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Carr now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. Good enough for an Oakland first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Check 88. Check 88.
Hey, we go Zebra. Zebra. All right.
Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or 2 in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And now out come the Bills. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
Play action, it's Taylor. Being chased out left. Oh, up and over. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Buffalo first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Now Taylor. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
Final play of the half. It's Taylor finding time. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. All right, here we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On the return, it's Tate. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Let's go!
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stays on his feet. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Here we go!
Now Taylor on 1st down. Flushed out right. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go!
On 3rd down, Taylor dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Now you understand why part of Tyrod Taylor's nickname is mobile. He led the AFC quarterbacks in rushing in 2015, and anyone who thought that he couldn't beat him with his legs, they found out differently.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll run for it with Gillisley. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Mike Gillisley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's up and good. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Fresh set of downs here. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back down to the 25. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll be a second down. And what a grab. That's one, Charles, it kind of leaves you and I speechless up here in the booth.
We used to think we'd see these types of catches once a season. Now I feel like we're seeing them once a game.
Carr to throw on second down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the I. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Raiders have moved out in front. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And now they're in the hurry-up. They stay on the ground. This is Gillisley again. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Back now in the East Bay. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They come out here in the eye. Now Gillisley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Taylor. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Chris Gregg, his tight end, was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd and 10. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd and goal, Taylor. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dan Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Forced out to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And tough starting field position here. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He's got time. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the blitz was on there, able to get in the backfield from the linebacker spot and get him 2 points.
Brandon, we know a defensive coordinator right now who's looking for a raise. He had that dialed in perfectly, didn't he? The perfect blitz at the perfect time, 2 points for his team.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So 2nd and 10 here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big gain there for the Bills. 33 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up a third down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Gillisley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Down right around the 25. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game. But here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game. And if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here's Taylor to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. That's Watkins. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal. And that was just a good job there of being mobile and creating something.
Being able to extend a play and get people open or buy yourself more time to run with the football, that's a really nice job there.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Reggie Bush with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And how about that giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it. And right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all because if we've had 5 lead changes, I'm kind of betting on a 6th.
Yeah, we might see a 6th. They'll try to run it in with Gillisley. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 30. 26. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Jones, and he'll get... And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up in an offset eye. This is Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
We ready? Ready. Hey, we're going, baby. Alert. Alert. We ready? Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out here in the I. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Hey, watch that. Check right 54. Line 54.
Grab it.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's brought down after a good gain. All right, that winning streak kept alive, Charles. A lot of positive momentum. I think if you're this coach right now, you're all smiles in every press conference.
You know it's going to be difficult for the coach and his staff? How do they correct things? How do they tell the guys they're not playing well? Because each and every week now, we're seeing them play at the highest level. This team is playing the best football in the league.
So for the Raiders, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.